WZ, 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 WZ TV. What's up, Boss Tweezy? It's your boy Dumbeezy, and I'm coming to you here live from the Stacey. And I'm back at it again with another episode of the Jam Skating News. How do you like the background? I've been working on it. At the end of my last stream, I was talking about how I was going to make the news background, and I've been doing some studying on the news, and now I want to take it to the next level. So a couple of updates. This week, since my last stream, I have resisted the urge to play video games. Even today on Christmas Eve, I resisted the urge to play video games. And before I keep going, happy Merry Christmas Eve, everybody that celebrates Christmas. And happy Merry holidays for all of my people that's just celebrating the holidays. But I ain't gonna lie. I was talking to myself and I was telling myself, bro, it's Christmas Eve, man. It's a vacation. Take a vacation, man. And then I wash my clothes, and this is going to be important. And when I washed my clothes, I saw my work shirt. And when I saw my work shirt, I started thinking to myself, you know what? You could pack up your clothes for work. And so when you get off break, you got all your clothes ready for work. And that last Sunday, you ain't even got to spend no time doing no chores. You gonna have all your clothes for work. And then I was like, wait a minute. What is that? This idea that you just said? The time is going to come when you're not going to have time to rock out and just hang out. So that means that you're on a time limit. You got 2 weeks until it's time to get back to it. And whatever you get done in these 2 weeks is what you got done. So I said, you know what? Get back to it. Get back to it. Make sure you're doing what you need to do. So I got to it and I made sure that I did everything I was supposed to do. I have to be honest. I feel a little guilty, but I'm also happy of myself. I'm happy that I was able to do it. I kind of speed ran all of the certification projects for a free code camp to get the responsive web page. What's it called? The responsive web page certification. I was able to speed run it today because I learned how to code HTML using AI. So on one hand, I was able to do it, but this is a real bare bones site. I kind of want to go back in and look at the different portfolios. Yeah, wow. And then edit the different portfolios in order to improve them. Because I was going through, and as I was about to go speed run to the certification, they said that there was going to be a review board and they will take this away from me for academic dishonesty. And if they come out and they see this project that's obviously an AI project, I said, you know what? If anybody is going to get popped, wow. Wow. This is nice. It is going to be AI done busy. So I think it was a good exercise to see what was possible and to see the difference between what I could do and the limitations of AI. But I also need to get my head back in them books. See, look, go to settings to claim your certification. I need to get my head back in them books. And try again. Like, I'm gonna show y'all what I was talking about. I was ready. Oh, aside from using open source libraries like jQuery and Bootstrap and short snippets of code, which are clearly attributed to their original author, 100% of the code of my projects was written by me, or along with the person going through the free CodeCamp curriculum with whom I was pair programming in real time. In these situations where we discover instances of unambiguous plagiarism, we will replace the person in question certification with a message that, upon review, this account has been flagged for academic dishonesty. I said, boy, I got these fools. I got these doodle bobs. I got these doodle bobs. It's time to move on to the next one. Data visualization. I kind of want to work on some data visualization next. Back-end development and API. Page view time, series visualizer, mean variance standard visualization, deviation calculator, C-level predictor, stock price checker. Okay. SHA password cracker. Okay. Port scanner, anonymous message board, secure real-time multiplayer game. Machine learning. Legacy front end. I kind of want to build a web scraper. I'm off topic. But another day of coding while I sit and I just think about playing video games the whole time. I promise you, I'd be like sitting here playing video games, think about video games. Let's check out some of the comments from the fall of Moonlight roller skates. So the cool part about this video is it's growing. I noticed that on the first day it did like 200 views and today it did like 300 views. So it seems like a topic that's taking root. There's not as many comments and there's not as much discord. So, but I wanted to take an opportunity and look at these videos, look at these comments and talk about them because I think they're extremely interesting. Woo! When I found out what she did to the sponsors, I was so embarrassed and heartbroken for them. Her fall from grace was worse than Moxie, to be honest. Honestly, why I left the skate community. It's probably my camera just cut off. Too much drama, but I do want to come back for myself. I had to keep it real too. Indy Jammer Jones sent everyone they skates. Pigeon. Indy left before Moonlight took off due to the Planet Roller Skate Facebook issues. She had her own business. Whoever was involved, hey, bruh, it don't matter. It don't matter what the timeline was. Nobody ever said actually, I'm gonna say tomato. I mean, real life, they all the same person to me. The specifics, I'm gonna say tomato. Whatever her business was. Ain't no reports of Indy Jelma Jones owing anyone $50,000. Whatever her business was, ain't no tomato. Everybody always want to get so specific when it's time to talk about Planet Roller Skate and who did what, when they did it. Everybody want to get so specific. Who cares? Whatever her business was. Ain't no reports. This is the one that I want to talk about. And when I read this comment, I started thinking about how I was going to handle it on stream. And when I started thinking about that, I kind of felt, I was like, hey, bro, you might actually go there. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there and I'm going to connect it to some things. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. Honestly, stuff like this makes me so cynical when I hear about marginalized community owned businesses, when they specifically put it out as a main marketing pool. The owners are not your average Joe struggling to get by. If they manage to get their hands on the money required to start a business like that, I see parts of it even in the people trying to create a roller skating culture in my community. The fact that they just end up abusing their employees, cutting costs, and screwing customers over is just standard business behavior. And I got to be honest, it is common practice to put black on things among other monikers in order to gain support. Sometimes when people talk about it, they say technically something is something and something is something else. But it really makes me suspicious, and it's not the first time that I've seen it. And I'm going to have to keep it real. Not to sound like one of those guys, but the last time I saw this was the presidential race. Let's keep it. Let's read these things. Let's read some things. Another barrier falls. In November of 2020, the first Asian American vice president elect. First Asian American, black, and woman vice president elect. Headline. The headline is Asian American. And now let's a mix of identity, politics, and capitalism. Big facts. Because when identity politics lines up with capitalism, we going to run that. And as an Afro-American, as an ADOS, a descendant of slavery, African-American, I'm talking we had to sell grandmama house. I'm talking, you go back into my history, everybody was black. We don't connect to no African roots. We not going back to no country. We not from the West Indies. We don't use a special kind of spices on our chicken. We make regular fried chicken. We don't eat oxtails, we eat neck bones. We cook the soul food. There is a big difference between being an Indian, a Jamaican, and being an ADOS African American. There's a huge difference. And the people that don't see it as a difference are the same people that see all brown people as the same. Let's keep this going. Since she went to Howard. Let's talk about this in Howard terms. This is a picture of the Howard University quadrangle, aka the yard. And on the yard, there are different trees. This is a tree for the music fraternities. This is the tree for the Sigmas and the Zetas, the AKA tree slash plot is over here. Let me see if I can get some more pictures. This is the Delta Sigma Theta tree. Oh, no, actually not Delta Sigma Theta. This is Kappa Alpha Psi. Delta Sigma Theta is over here. This is the Alpha statue. This is the SG Road tree. And the Groove Phi Groove tree is behind it. The AI got us. The Caribbean tree at Howard University is a symbol of Caribbean pride, culture, and unity. It is located on the main yard of the university and features flags from the West Indian nation. Students hang the flags around the base of the tree. It's a tree. It's an entire different tree. They don't even have the same tree. They get their own tree. And if you went to Howard, they get their own musical sets. There is a completely different vein of social events and parties. Okay, we come together on the yard, but there's a large portion of West Indians that have open animosity for African Americans. There's a So when people say that, hey yo, Kamala Harris is not black, she's Indian and West Indian. That's actually like a different nationality. That's not ADOS African American. You don't got to be a Trump supporter to say, hey yo, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What year is it? But we come over to the presidential campaign. Why didn't they tout her as the first Asian American president? Why wasn't that the pitch? The first West Indian president? Let's just look at the polls. Why would they focus on the black one? What is it about being the face of Black America that could possibly change this election? Why wouldn't they claim anything else? It's as if African Americans overwhelmingly support candidates from their own race. And the idea of presenting yourself as an African American business could specifically have some benefit.
Find that suspicious.
It's not playing. Y'all can't hear it. But I'm just saying that I find that suspicious. Oh, there it is.
You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that.
So I have to be real. Like, it's not the first time that I've seen it. And I wish people would stop doing it because I feel like at the end of it all, it just makes people less trustful of the entire process. And as we go down and we break down the different parts of, Moonlight Roller, I mean, people not stupid. Not that stupid. And especially this line here. The owners are not your average Joes struggling to get by. Not your average Joes. The amount of goodwill that gets burnt with the Moonlight roller skates, the amount of goodwill that got burnt was ridiculous. But, I guess people live and people learn. That is just a quick tangent. Do I have another tangent? I have one more tangent. While I'm getting my camera set up, I want everybody to be nice and entertained. I just need to make sure the joint is on.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw the love of the last video after I fucking got robbed. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect it. It was a really crazy experience. I really just genuinely wanted to help the guy and he had to do what he did. But that's not gonna stop us from doing what I love, helping people out. Today, we're back in a different scene. We're in New York City, shit up around, you feel me? We're actually gonna bail somebody out in the Manhattan jail. I don't have my car and stuff. We just gonna use the train. I love the video. I'm gonna keep bailing strangers up. We in New York City. That happened in Jersey. What's gonna happen to this city? Niggas is way more crazy in the city. I just wanted to switch up the cereal a little. Hopefully we get somebody good. I might take the person out to go get McDonald's and shit. What?
Oh man, I got the joint up.
about to bail a stranger out of jail today. How you feel about that?
I expect positivity.
About to release the criminals back on the street. The members, if you got locked up, I'll bail you out.
It depends.
Let's skip straight to the end. Let's skip straight to the end of this. And let's see what happens. So he take them to McDonald's.
This is real life. Everything is facts. I'm gonna let these
The
men
wild
eat
part
McCash when
about
we get
this, I ain't never thought that no dude should be in jail. This dude belong in jail. He belongs in jail. Listening to the story about how he got locked up and thinking about the reality of being locked up like this and everything that happened to him, I hope he did not find his baby mother after this.
out of here. For sure. That shit crazy.
So they
What
get
y'all
outside
do now?
after
Y'all
eating.
Good and shit.
You know the vibes. Appreciate the mail, man.
Yo, you got a place to go, man? What you mean?
I need a place to stay, bro.
I ain't got a place. I'm homeless.
Girls out of jail, you don't got nowhere for us to
Remember when you
live,
told me
bro.
I told you the place
Niggas is
to
good in
Yeah,
jail.
but I'm saying like I didn't know you was homeless before I built you.
Niggas is good in jail, bro.
Hear all that,
I wanna hear that, bro.
told
How you
you I
gonna
was homeless.
bail us out and you don't got nowhere for us to go, bro?
I bailed you
You
out.
ever looking into our situations before you just do stuff? You was better off where we was at.
That's what I do. I bail strangers out.
All right, bro, but I didn't ask you to do that for me, bro.
I didn't ask you
Now
to
you don't got
bail me
nowhere for me to go.
out.
Yo, bro, stop.
Homeless,
Yo, bro,
man.
stop
Day
playing with me, bro.
Bro, wait, hold on. Wait, relax. No. Yo, TP, bro, relax. Hold on. What happened? What happened, bro? Stop touching the camera. Now you better get me tight. You better get me tight.
Niggas is doing funny shit.
I bailed your ass out.
Oh, you wanna come
Homeless, man. I'm on the street.
Relax. Hold on. I paid $1,500 for
I
your
told
shit.
you I ain't got no place to live. I ain't got nowhere to. I'm in the street.
ain't got nowhere.
I didn't know. We just fuck you. What the fuck you trying to do? What the fuck you trying to do? Go. Nigga, go.
And now he running, trying to get these dudes put back in the jail. I don't know. I just saw that. I saw that on my YouTube browsing. Y'all know me, man. I be here we go. Y'all know I be on YouTube watching stuff. Well, anyway, Boss Tweezy, for the next part of the stream, it is time to do some roller skating maintenance. I just got finished doing step practice. I'm officially old. I'm old, guys. I'm an old head. I had practice with 2 sets of Neos. They said they was at their pro fight house. And then I called my young boys. Do y'all know what it's like to be this old in frat years? And you know, not the one of the worst parts, but the funny part, they let me know I'm old now. I needed the company. They the reason why I talked to somebody today. I got my wheels. I needed to be doing something positive with my day that wasn't boozing or thinking about crashing out. I said, man, Man, I wish it was a joke. It really made me remember why I do this. Like I made a conscious choice to start living my life like this. Grew as a person. It was wild. Tell me why we supposed to have step practice at 2. This dude messaged me at 1:31 talking about I ain't get that much sleep last night. Boom, got the screws. Ooh. And in my head, this is the lesson I learned. I learned the lessons in patience. Okay, y'all see this? Got some decent roll. Ooh. Man, I got some wheels that's tearing. I got wheels that's coning in different places. Let me get a little bit of. So, some people, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be right back. I'm gonna finish that sentence. Oh no, I got a cup. It showed me how unwilling I am to push through some troubles. So I couldn't find the cup. I had to get my. I put my last 3 vitamins out. I take multivitamins every day. When I tell you my health be different when I don't take my multivitamin. So this dude messaged me at 1:31 talking about, yeah, man, I ain't sleep last night. Woom. I might retire this wheel. Can I push it back a couple hours? Can we push the practice back? In my head, the first thing I think about is just how inconsiderate to my time this all is. Because if we push practice back a couple hours, so I just have to be sitting around free. I need an actual rag because this is not enough. So first thing I'm like is I got to be sitting around free. Sitting around free with nothing better to do. Oh, I need to watch this over here. See, I got like a dirt spot here. So that's gonna be a lot. I got a brown paper bag. And in addition to sitting around free, I have to be sitting around free, and I'd have to be free in a couple hours. I'd have to have hours of time to dedicate to this. So you know how free you got to be to do all that? And you know what I did? I said, when you going to be here, kid? This man gets here 2 hours late, and I start practice with no attitude. Said, hey man, this wouldn't work if this was a practice with everybody. Won't they won't. Mm. So I want to clean my skates up. I don't know when I did all this toe scratching. But yeah, man, won't they won't. All right, let's get into it. Let's just get into work. I am generally not that understanding. Mm. There's a lot of things that I would not put up with that level of uncertainty for. That level of haphazardness. And I had to take a step back and ask myself, what's the difference? First thing, if this is my fraternal brother, I see a future with this person. Genuinely. Ooh. I'm asking myself, do I want to rotate my wheels? I haven't rotated these wheels in 2 years. I'm definitely starting to see the wear on this front wheel. is looking smaller than the other wheels. Let me cut on my light over here so I can get some more light on this. Second thing I kind of started to realize, and this wasn't really from meeting up with him today, but okay, let me finish the first train of thought. Just check out the front. See, it's a little bit concave, a little bit more concave than the other ones. That one's more full. So for these, it's just one half. Put it up here, actually. I can put that over there. Got my whole roll. I got my whole roll, but then I got a rag for the oil bearings. I'm more patient. I don't. Ooh, forgetting. I have to ask myself, why are you more patient? And then I got to the one. I feel like I'm less suspicious. This is the first time I've had an opportunity to have all four of my wheels on my rollerblades in a while. Like my other wheels look small compared to these new ones. This is gonna feel awkward. Is that something that happens? Is somebody about to get in the chat like a doy? You're gonna need a new set, my boy. I've never applied Loctite before. Is my autofocus on? Nope. Man, that's a lot clearer. Wow. Got the blue Loctite tape for the lead, the thread locker. So if I rotate blue because red is permanent. I've never done this before. Squeezing this joint hard in a mug. It's not all the way open yet. And I started to ask myself, what if you started to use some of that patience that you had with your frat brother in other parts of your life? How many more meetings would you have if you had just that little bit more patience? So do I need a pair of scissors to get this open? And then I said, you know what? The next time you got a meeting and you got to figure something out, I want you to have the same patience that you had for your fraternal brother. And assume the best. Because I'm like, how many times do you assume the worst and then just get upset? I messed up. I tried to cut it. I cut the Loctite. I might have to throw my knife away. I should have cut it with a pair of scissors. The second thing that I realized that I was doing, and I kind of learned this from watching a video about the dodo bird. One of the reasons why people say that the dodo bird went extinct is its lack of survival instincts. So why does the dodo bird have poor survival instincts, you may ask? Well, the dodo bird actually evolved into a dodo bird. It was not born a dodo bird. I'm about to burn through this Loctite because I cut it crazy. And what do I mean by that? How do you evolve into a dodo bird? The dodo bird's ancestors flew to an island. Yeah, this wheel is visibly bigger than my other one. I think it might be bigger than my back wheel. Yeah, this wheel is visibly bigger. My wheels have worn. I could make a quasi rocker set. So the dodo bird flies to this island. And after flying to this island, the dodo bird doesn't have any natural predators. In fact, none of the animals on the island have any natural predators because it's an island. So 4 of these need to drop. 1, 2, 3. One, I could take this one off the back and put it up here. Move this one from the middle, put it to the back. Just let me do that one next. So because the dodo bird doesn't have any natural predators, it gets bigger. It continues to grow bigger and bigger. Additionally, and this is where the story gets wicked, because a dodo bird doesn't have any natural predators, it loses its flight or fight instincts. And that's so crazy. Let me finish the story, then talk about why it's crazy. In my head, and a lot of times, I've always wanted to get into a situations where I did not have to fight. I don't want to fight no more. Where did I put the super suit? Wanda! It really takes me back to that time in Thailand. One of my favorite parts about living in Thailand is I got to the point where I didn't really have to leave the house like that. Didn't have to fight every single day. Didn't have to go out, audition. Wasn't facing rejection every single day. And then I wasn't in the States. Not being in the States is another level of safety. The United States is dangerous. So I don't have as many natural predators. And consequently, I don't have to fight. And so what happens with the dodo bird, let me keep thinking. I want to move this one. I want to move this one to here so I can put the two blue ones in the middle. So I'm going to take this one off, put it over there. I'm going to move this one to here. When the European sailors, and I think it's hilarious that European sailors clapped everyone and everything. They just clap. The European sailors came and they introduced new predators to the island. So now when the dodo birds see these new predators, they don't have a fight or flight instinct anymore. Additionally, and I skipped this part, because they had so much food for so long. If you remember what I told you, they flew to the island. So, because they didn't need to fight for food and they were able to eat plentifully without having to run and dodge predators, they got so big that they lost the ability to fly. So I just want you to imagine the excitement on the European dogs' faces when they get to this island and they see birds, huge birds with wings, big walking sacks of meat, and then they walk up to them. And these birds don't flinch, they don't move, they don't run, they don't do nothing. As you can imagine, it was cookies. It's cookies. And when I heard that story, it made me take a step back and reflect. Have you gone soft? Do you deserve to get ate up like the dodo birds? So fast forward to the next day. This morning, rather, I'm sitting in the house having an internal dialogue with myself. Excuse me, should you go train or not? Why should you train? Is your dance career like your esports career? Should you pack it up, Unc, and let the kids have it? Is it time to pack it up, Unc, and let the kids have it? What do you even practice? Why are you spending hours every single day leaving the house to go practice? Do you even need to leave? Could you just stay and dance a little bit in the room in the back? That should be enough, right? Hit a couple leg lifts, practice a couple freezes, jump rope a little bit. Or should you just let it all go? You tried, right? It's over, bro. I think my battery just died. I'm about to screw this in. This is basically it's close to a rocker set. These looking pretty even. I think I did some good choices with the wheels in the back. By by shifting the wheels in the middle to the wheels on the outside, actually might this one a little shifty. Let's take this out. Take it out. I don't want none of the wheels. I don't want none of the wheels that was on the front or the back to end up on the outside. I got enough wheels in the middle to shift them. This one looked like it was in the back. See, that was from the back of that one. So the one from the back of that one. I said I wanted to go rocker. It don't look like I can really go rocker. I'm gonna need like actual like 2 or 3 millimeter smaller wheels instead of just trying to. Oh man, I'm gonna just get some worn 80 wheels and then. Nope. Just buy the 72s. Oh, let me get my cam. Get my cam back up real quick. Gotta get some new gloves. Let's see if it's gonna come back on. Yes, sir. I want to give a shout out to myself for persisting through this. And then some things I notice I will persist through something if I can see the value. It might take me a couple tries, but I will persist through something if I can see the value. Because I persisted through not knowing how to use OBS. So back to it. Dodo. Oh yeah. I'm sitting at the house and then I asked myself, bruh, are you happy with the way that your life is going right now? And I'm like, what is the dilemma about actually going out and then just going to the gym? And I said, oh man, it's cold outside. It was like 19 degrees. And it's like a 15-minute walk to the station. A lot of times I run. I run every day actually. And this took me back to something that I used to say in Thailand. Like when it was raining and I'm like, oh man, you're going to have to ride your bike in the rain to train. I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it because I was training in Tiger Muay Thai. And under normal circumstances, the training would be too expensive for me. However, due to COVID pricing, I was able to get 6 months of training time at Tiger Muay Thai for probably about the price of 1 or 2 regular months. And now I'm working out in state-of-the-art facilities with UFC champions and real fighters. So I'm sitting here training, getting state-of-the-art training. Among the strongest in the world. And I'm going to lose an opportunity to do this because it's raining. And then I started asking myself, is the rain obstacle enough for you not to train? So that's the first thing that I was like, okay, you're going to train. I don't care if it's cold. And then the second thing that I asked myself that really hit me in the chest. Why? Actually, let me take it back. I said, one, just because it's cold, the world is still spinning. People still got jobs. People got places to be. People aren't like, oh man, it's cold outside. Today's canceled. I want to put a little bit of oil into the bearings here too, just to get some residual oil effects. I didn't do it for the other ones, but I'm going to do it for the rest of them. What are some of the reasons why people are able to do this? And then I said, wait a minute. A lot of these people got cars. Y'all see that squirt? So why is it harder for you to specifically do this? Because you don't have a car. And why don't you have a car? And I said this in Andrew Tate's voice. Because you're broke. You're broke. And then I had to look at myself in the mirror. I wasn't actually in the mirror. I was laying down when I said all of this. Now, what are you going to do about it? What if this isn't the way that my skates connect? Oh my God, I'm about to be tight. And then I said, bro, how you gonna unbroke yourself? What's your real plan to unbroke yourself? Well, when I decided to leave the United States, quit my job, and leave everything that I used to know to go to Asia and become an international superstar. That was the plan. I was gonna dance for it. So for this one, I actually got it in, but I'm about to have to get another Allen wrench so I can put it on the other side and make sure it screws all the way in. So it ended up working. I said I was gonna I said I was gonna dance for the money. I used to tell myself that, hey man, you didn't go to law school, but you're building law school level skills right now. You didn't go to graduate school, but you training like it's graduate school. So what's that mean? What's that mean in practice? Oh my. I think somebody said this in the forum that it wasn't going to be flush. That means you train. At the very least, if you don't do anything else. Man, it's too small. Could I return these to Amazon? So it looks like this one is fitting on this side. Enough to do some twisties. So there's a little bit of shade. There's a little bit of shade, and the whole wheel is rocking. And this is gonna cause issues, having my wheel rocking up and down while I'm skating. Trying to get extreme. Let me see if I can find one more Allen wrench. The worst part is I gotta get this thing out. Do y'all think I'll notice when I'm skating? If I could use the weight of my finger. Nope, I can't even get it out. It's just tearing my gloves up. I'm like, oh, it's working. Nope, it joint twisting on your glove. So it can get to a point where I can screw it in, but then the weight get too much. Then this Allen wrench get to break it down. Yep. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna unshaft these wheels, and I'm gonna return this to Amazon. Should I return it to Amazon or should I try to get a Ford? I'm gonna return it to Amazon. And I'm gonna go to Micro, and I'm gonna get the screws that is in the rest of my joint, because the rest of my skates don't have shafts. Jeez, now how am I gonna get this out? Or what if I press this all the way in first? I use the outside of the plate as a brace. See if I can hold it there while I twist the shaft. I mean, it's not shaking no more. Because at first it was coming up, it's still shaking. As opposed to these and the nuts lock directly in. Yeah, I need the joint. Man. Dud order number 2. So my rollerblades will still not be up after this. I gotta still get these joints out. Okay, if I press that in. Oh well. Like here, right now. I got another opportunity to face hardships. I also got an idea of what it's gonna take me to stop feeling so lost. I need to go back to training every day. Then I took a step back and I really started thinking how many years I really spent on my back. Hey, bro, you was on your back that whole time, man. On your back. I'm looking at the alignment of my skates and looking at the bottom of them. I think my skates might be misaligned. Like looking at it from the heel to the front. Oh, because I need 3. I'm like, why it look like I got enough bolts to put on my skates by the way back together? False alarm. So after thinking about all that, man, need to be looking for the whoa. I mean, at the end of it all, I was just smelling in case I need to hit him with some odor eaters. Let me clean this up real quick. Put all my stuff back together. Seal up my Loctite. Why these joints dirty? I feel like there's dust on them already. And my tools. Toss all my stuff. Trash. Shout out to the skate cam. I got the skate cam going. Wow, 2 hours. It took me 2 hours to do all that. I'm gonna put the extra yellow wheels in here. Nah. I'm gonna have to stand up in a second. Y'all gotta stand up. I'll be right back. Now let's figure out what I need to do. So the gym closed tomorrow. I can't go to the gym tomorrow. What if I just need a second Allen wrench? Here it is. Inline skate axle spacer screws. Bont skates, 8-piece inline skate frame axles. I need skate frame axles. Let me check to see how big the micros is. I'm gonna bring y'all over to this. Everything about inline skate axles. $14 not
Hey
what I was
guys, welcome
expecting.
back to the This Is Soul Skate Shop YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to tell you everything there is to know about axles. There's an entire history, there's a few different nuances like thickness, length, what tools you use, and so there's a whole different spectrum of type of axles. If you want to learn more about that topic, watch this video and I'll tell you everything about it.
So I
First
do
off,
need a
as always,
14-minute
I'm going to do a
video.
little bit of history. The skate in its modern incarnation is something like this, the rollerblade TRS that's sitting on the table right here. It's a skate from the 80s. And before that, there was actually a Dutch company making a brand called the Skieler. So Skieler is not the name of the sport in Dutch. Some people call it like that, but it's actually an old school Dutch skate brand. And it's quite funny to see what type of axles they used. The first axles, they were just like piece of hardware that you could buy in any hardware shop. So it was just like a bolt with something bolted on. And you can see that clearly with this Skieler skate right here, that it's just a regular hardware. So we get back to the 80s. Here is the skate that's used, and then you see that it's a regular bolt with a regular nut on it. And in later editions, you kind of like see that morphing, and you see that the nut part changed to a more like modern version. So that's kind of like the history part. And right now what's on the market is there's two different types. There's the one type that you use to screw in the frame itself. So this one is used for metal frames that has a thread tapped into the frame itself. So it's only used for metal frames with a
So
screw
it's
in it.
only used for metal frames.
Then the other version is mainly used for plastic frames, and it has a
Wow.
screw head on both sides. So this is mostly found in children's skates or aggressive skates that have plastic frames. And then of course there's a few special edition axles which are not very common that I'm gonna highlight at more the end of this video after talking about like the general specs. So what type of differences are there for these two different axles that I just talked about? Of course, you have the thickness, you have the length, and you have the type of tool you use to unscrew them. First, I'm going to talk about the thickness. If you're an adult skater, basically means that you want to have an 8mm axle. The 8mm is also the inside diameter of the bearing that sits within the wheel. The bearing makes the wheel roll. And all modern, good quality
So I do have
skates
the
have
wrong
like
axles.
8mm axles. So that's the type you want. Then there's also 6 and 6.3mm axles. The 6.3mm is kind of like the global standard for cheap skates and for children's skates, and also old school skates have them as well. And then 6mm is only used by the Roaches brand. If you have a skate with a 6 or 6.3mm axle, then you also need a different type of bearing spacer to fill up the room between the axle and the bearing. And this is a bearing spacer that goes through over the whole length of the wheel. It works fine, but these slimmer axles, they cannot handle all the stress that an adult puts on a skate. So those are the three different type of thicknesses there are. Now let's talk about length, because there's actually a big
I don't know why I
variety
didn't watch this video before.
in length. And for me, for a long time, it was kind of like a puzzle on how to measure it. Like I said, there's two different type of axles, and for both type of axles, the way that we're gonna measure it is on the outside of the frame. So if you have a frame like this, on the outside wall, that's going to be the length that you need. And if you buy on our website, thisissol.com, or come to the store here, of course, which we have in Amsterdam, and you need to have the right type of axle, just know that you need to measure the outside walls of your frame, and then you can select on our website the right length. And this goes for both the metal type axles as for the plastic frame type axles. For the metal type axles, this implies that it's the entire length of the entire thing. And for the plastic frame type axles, it implies that it's the
even
length
inside of
within the
that
screw
is
head.
going to be more measuring.
The difficult part of this is that for the plastic frame axles, they are kind of like a little bit flexible. So what we're gonna do on our
So I would need to know the length of the frame. Frame size chart. Wow, it's so varied that there's a chart. 46 to 47. This is a size table for the foot. Micro MT plus axle. Hold on 1 second. What's up, man? How you living?
Merry Christmas, bro.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas, man. It's still a couple hours till Christmas here. Is it Christmas there?
Yeah, no, it's literally, no, it's like 4:30.
Wow. What you still doing up?
You know, same shit, bro. Like lobbying, politics, all this crap.
No rest for the wicked. I mean, it's the phrase, but she ain't being wicked, I guess.
No, the thing is, my fiancée, she's in Germany. She will come in 2 days with my in-laws and my daughter. She just went there for Christmas, and we will spend New Year together. How are you? All good? If it's not the right time to call you, I can ring you another time, bro.
I mean, I always got time for you, man.
Yeah, no, I called you for a reason. In 2 years, we will have the baptism of my daughter and our so-called wedding party. So
Okay.
if you can be in Europe, let me know.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm getting my money up. I'm tired of not having that.
Can you repeat, please?
I'm sorry, bro. I forgot that you too much time out the U.S. I'm getting my finances in order. So 2 years would be perfect. I want to be able to, just take vacations at that time.
For sure, I will let you know in advance anyway. But 2026, I will be there for the soccer World Cup.
Whoa, wow, it's here?
Yeah, it's in Canada, Mexico, and Canada, US, and Mexico. If you take it in order.
Okay, the 2026 World Cup.
Yeah.
What part of the U.S. you gonna be in?
Let me Google that. So 2026.
It's all over the place.
Championship. think it's all over the place. Yeah.
Wow.
The thing is, like Romania, we have like an easy group, so I think we have like Austria and whatever, so we will qualify. So I'll be there.
All right, man. There's one of the host cities is Washington D.C. I'm currently located there, so that'll be a layup.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm actually might visit there before for my work and stuff. I have some mates of mine that are like lobbyists and all this whatever. So.
All right, man. You come to Washington D.C. I don't usually have
Yes,
crazy
sir.
parties, but hey, man, I'll do my best. I'll spend some time getting popular, so I'll have places to take you.
For sure, man, for sure.
But yeah, man. Thanks for the update. I really appreciate it.
No, that's all right, Prof. I mean, I don't know if I've been I don't know if I have actually been telling you this, Los, but I've been so much inspired by you and your fitness levels and stuff, and I actually kept up with that since I left Shanghai, by the way. So,
Hey, man, I really appreciate it. And I'm always inspired by people that have kids. I won't forget. I'll make sure not to forget.
Yeah.
All the dads out there, y'all keep me going. Y'all get me motivated.
Fair enough, bro.
But yeah, bro.
What time is it now in DC?
Man, it's 10:24.
Okay, bro. No, I'll let you be, man. So have a good one, and I will pass you the details. Okay.
Yeah, man, and I'll make sure that I have my affairs in order.
Okay, God bless, bro.
Yeah, man. God bless. Have a good one. So that's one of my boys from Shanghai. He's out in Eastern Europe right now. And one of the things that I always said, one of my only dreams in life, I don't have a lot of dreams in life. Huh? I never wanted anything. I know that sounds crazy. I've never wanted anything. I knew that if I did not get my money up and keep my money in order, the day would come when I wouldn't be able to hang out with my friends anymore. I'd have to call them and tell them that I couldn't afford to go, or I just wouldn't be able to hang anymore. Rockert skate frame. So I gotta make sure that don't happen. I want to just say YOLO and just get the generic ones that I saw on Amazon. Or break out my ruler and get the measuring. I know so much about rollerblades now thanks to that Axel video. I'm looking at the axles on the picture for this Amazon ad. I'm like, that's the wrong size. That's not the right one right there. So, yep, 8 millimeters in diameter, 4 millimeter hexagonal. So these spacers were too small. I can't lie, I'm a little bit scared to go back to the Whole Foods to even pick these up. I've been heckling the police for following me around the store, and today this dude got mad. I thought I was about to get Freddie grade, man. No, like exaggeration. I said, "Oh man, the day to day." I thought I was gonna die today. I was like, "Oh my god." Man, I don't even want to go back to the store. Scared. Scared. I did it to myself. I didn't have to be this way. I asked him, I'm like, "Hey man, what's it feel to follow inwards around the store on Christmas Eve?" And that dude got mad. I said, "Oh wow, I guess he does not like this." Can't say I'm surprised, but mounting length, mounting material. I can't see what I'm looking at. I'm still looking because now we got the 165 millimeter and the 95 millimeter mount are for distances between their bolting. 165 millimeters is used for mounting for freestyle skates, and 109 can be found solely in speed skates. So I think I have freestyle skates. The position of the mounting bolts is a limiting factor. This is the mounting bolts to the boot. This isn't about the mounting bolts for the joint. Man, why are we still talking about Moonlight? Honestly, that was just a quick little hit on Moonlight. That was just a quick hit on Moonlight. My latest video was about Moonlight roller skates, and in 2 days, it's gotten almost as many videos as my Impala video got in 2 weeks. That's why we still talk about Moonlight. I feel like such a hater, man. Bruh. First introduced, I made a 24-minute video. And you know the wildest part about this 24-minute video? It was going to be 22 minutes. And then I went back
unless
And
you
I
have
added
a
a
story,
section that I had forgot to add just to make sure that everybody understood everything that they did. Bruh, editing this was so annoying. I jumped on Reddit and I found old Reddit threads to talk about all of this. And then I went to their Instagram and I pulled up the post to correspond with this Reddit thread. This was surgical. Let's just listen to this one section so you can see. Introduced on the Moonlight Instagram. They have some specs and a price listed of $209. April 8th. Post listed the pre-sale date for
People
May
love
15th.
to see a company go
May
down.
11th. They posted an update telling
You see
customers
that? You
to
hear
tune
that?
into their live the following day to participate in the
We talk about May 15th. May 15th, right there. April 8th, right there. Like, I was on these dudes behind. It's federal. I almost didn't add this part because I couldn't
This post
corroborate
opened
it.
the floodgates.
I found
with
the
numerous people
Instagram
sharing their
and then
bad
went through old
experiences working
story
with
posts.
Moonlight roller skates. This is from Zelina. I felt like
me
I was
move me to the
being
other
used
side.
and that the relationship I had with Moonlight was not fitty-fitty anymore. For a long time, I didn't want to be sponsored by a skate team because I didn't want to be taken advantage of again. I didn't want to come forward with reasons why I
Bruh.
left publicly because I wanted to have faith that they were just a small business.
You want to see how surgical I was with this? You can't even see it. You see what that says? Let me scroll in so you can see. I tried. Bruh. If you saw me on live talking about Moonlight Roller and you were the owner, would you sit down for an interview with me?
Business starting up. But after reading everything that happened, I wish I had spoken up sooner. I left the team early, 6 months or so before the contract renewal for a number of reasons. One of the main reasons was inconsistent payouts for commission. I and a bunch of other team members asked multiple times if we could access the Shopify or if we could take a screenshot of the Shopify for transparency so we could see how many people use our code. However, the owner kept saying we couldn't have access because of privacy or personal information. So they would put how many people use our code on a Google sheet and then send it to us, which was suspicious. I was also sent a defective skate, and when I reached out, throwing this name.
This is
Honestly,
the one.
I don't even live in the United States anymore, so that's why I feel comfortable enough to say so. But if I told the whole story, I just re-traumatized myself because it was a hard time for me. I left the team because she called me to victim blame me about a stalker who I've never met or spoke to.
I ain't had to add that line
that
about the
came to
defective
threaten
skates.
and yell at me in public for blocking him on Instagram and sending me abuse for being pro-mask during COVID. Sheesh. Why did she do this? Because he was associated with one of her friends. I then lied about why I left to my followers because I was so afraid. Wow.
That last one wasn't even about Moonlight roller skates for real. It was about some different allegations.
And then I'm getting comments like this. I read and I responded to this earlier. I added that because I knew it was going to be crazy. I said that Indy Jammer Jones sent everyone they skates. I said she was worse than Indy Jammer Jones. Honestly, stuff like this makes me so cynical when I hear about marginalized community-owned businesses, when they specifically point it out as a main marketing pool. The owners are not your average Joe struggling to get by if they manage to get their hands on the money required to start a business like that. I see parts of it even in the people trying to create a roller skating culture in my community. The fact that they just end up abusing their employees, cutting costs, and screwing over customers is just standard business behavior. I actually responded to this comment at the beginning of the stream. I brought up the Kamala Harris campaign. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that. I'm talking about this because it's salacious. And just in case you're wondering why I brought it up, because in 2020, this was the headline. But when it was time to run the show, we had a completely different answer. It comes up. I'm like, man, I went into it, and I was talking about the realities of being inside the community and da 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 da. Like, it doesn't be easy. Skate drama and influencer news. Skate gear drops. Sheesh. Who drops skate gear? The Jack 2, Moxie, Impala. Moxie and Impala dropped new gear. But I already built a career off bashing them. People think I hate these skates. Man, Impalas are definitely selling for Rydell money. Is that an 8? Is that a 2? What is wait, I gotta scroll in. Is $200 striked out? I want to do a video about the rise and fall of Indy Jammer Jones. I need to finish this.
I'm gonna do a text poll. What should my next video about? The rise and fall of Indy Jammer Jones. What? And then I gotta get out of here. What roller skate wheels to buy to rhythm skate? What other videos do I have in the chamber that I have not pulled the trigger on? What is snapping? Because I have time to drop. Do I have time to drop another video before the end of the year? Technically, I'm supposed to be doing one video a week. I got a whole bunch of time this week. The rise and fall of Indy Jammer Jones. I told Nasir he was my new favorite skater, so I can't keep saying Indy Jammer Jones is my favorite skater. I'm not about to lie to the young boys. What is snapping? You think? Are you asking or are you saying? Are you voting? Voting. Okay. I just finished a video about snapping too. I went to a snapping competition a couple days ago. Want to see some spoilers? Since you brought it up. Oh, stop. I'll show you what it is. My last video. I have a video about London skate history. Why do people skate outside in London? Wow. Flippin' Christmas. Tomorrow is Christmas, man. Snapping is a roller skating style that originated in the DMV. It is an outside roller skating style that can be done alone or with a partner. In Snap Country, people call links of partners trains or trios. Generally, they call them trios. However, the vocabulary of a train, it comes from up top in the New York, New Jersey style. So, snapping is known for its quick pivots as well as other quick turns done around the outside. And I want to just show you a couple of examples of what people look like snapping. It got its name for multiple reasons. According to the RSCC, they're a snap club out of Baltimore. One of the things that they do, and people started to notice, is that people would literally snap when they were doing the moves. So that's why people call it snapping. Another interpretation is people were so quick and smooth with their turns that there is a snap in between each turn. So when we're talking about snapping, it could be snapping the move, which is a one foot pivot turn, or a snap, or snapping the style, in which we're talking about the entire style that encompasses the individual as well as the group skating style. You like the background? I'm about to make a logo. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of feeling myself. I'm feeling myself in this background. I ain't gonna lie. And I put on my suit voice for a second. Tell me why I met a 20-year-old today. That boy had a beard. I got so mad, man. I'm pushing 40, and this is all I got. I don't think my beard's coming in. Like, I used to think that I'd have a beard by now. It might not be in the cards for me. Like, this side right here is barely growing. This side look like it might connect, but I just look like I need a shave. I'm glad you came in and asked about snapping, because I was going to react to this footage on stream, but I was doing all that other stuff and I almost just cut out for a second. Make sure that beat dropping. Yeah, this Lanham. You see how they like link your arms and stuff? It's looking nice inside Atlanta. Some of these shots is shaky. So people are getting off of the floor. This is actually out of order. They had like, oh man. Shouts out to PJ. Shouts out to AOA Skates. My bad. I'm just noticing parts that need to get edited. See, this is out of order. I'm still editing this. So they had a whole competition. This should be like this. Let's get to the competition. This is the senior division. This is old school snapping. So this is how people snap went from the 70s and 80s. This is the grandma snapping. So it's very animated. This woman right here. I'm gonna stop doing her like this, but she probably like 37, 40 years old. She qualified for the season category and she smoked somebody's grandma for this trophy. This is what I mean by people can do it linked and unlinked. In the 70s and 80s, it was more common to do more unlinked snapping. These days, most people do it on the train.
Tee me up, Tech.
I'm on the fence. Do I get off stream and play video games till 2 in the morning? Or do I just go to bed? Let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger for everybody. This is inside of the media editor. So this ain't even out yet.
Tee me up, Tech.
This is a really good team from Texas. Shouts out to the people from Texas that came in to represent.
Tee me up, Tech.
I like them because they had like snap it on the line and then they had like snap it off of the line. And I could tell that they had different motions and categories ready. They had different stuff ready.
Tee me up, Tech.
They had different snapography. Ooh.
Tee me up, Tech.
So as we get into more new age snapping, it's more upright and there's a higher focus on athletic moves, motions, and slides in your snapography.
Tee me up, Tech.
This is the dream team. Man, I can jump on Instagram and I can find everybody's information. I was drawing the day of the event. I should have been walking around that joint talking to everybody. Hey yo, what's your name? What's your Instagram? What's your team name? Woo woo woo. Oh yep. Another big part is the kick out moves and the ground touch moves. And that's what I mean about the athleticism part. Like, just imagine your hams popping as you bend down and do a kick out. Yep, this is the team that I said all three of them could run point. Like, not to hate on nobody, but you know that you saw that first team, one of the dudes failed. Can't trust him on point. He falling. I want to skip ahead. I think something else about Snap Country I want to talk about. The women in Snap Country come to skate. That booty shaking slow walk style does not fly around here. You gotta get out there and get some moves on. No hate on anything,
Tee me up, Tech.
Well, we got a lot of roller skate videos these days that's 95% booty shaking. Oh, there's a place for it. Like I saw a video of like a event in Atlanta. 7 to 10 people on the wall, booty shaking. I'm like, whoa, how are people skating at this event? Like, it's, this is actually looking entertaining, watchable. I'm talking about my videography, not their skating. Because when I recorded it, I couldn't get on the floor. So I'm like, how you going to make this not look like you standing at the edge of the floor, fighting for your life? That man Vic, what was that? Just a shaky cam for no reason? Yeah, angles ain't that bad. I'm like, okay, you can kind of follow the action. Because I really was about to not put this video out. What really inspired me was I saw Malik's video for the Know Your Skate Red Bull competition. He couldn't get close on that joint either. And then like all the people around, I'm trying to figure out where else in the house I could have stood. I need a crazy pole to... I'm like, I had to insight. I can only choose one. I'm going to get him close on one. This is the women's finals. Okay, this is right here. I'm about to show you the difference between somebody that snapped and they from DC and somebody that snapped from out of town. Let's guess who from DC. Let's guess who not. I feel like this shoot the duck backwards to money hand is more disrespectful than Allen Iverson stepping over Ty Lue. Completely uncalled for. I've been watching this clip on repeat for days. This is the moment where I realized the difference between a DC skater and an out-of-towner. Here. Right here. The ability to shoot the duck and comfortably get back up is paramount in the current snap game. She is off balance because shooting the duck isn't her life. Then the second part, up to shoot the duck, do the spin around move, and then do the behind the leg shoot the duck. Flex of a lifetime. But if you're from snap country, skating every single night, you know about your legs burning out at the end of the night. The most seasoned snappers, they know how to chill and just make it showy. But if you just looking and snapping, it's more about the tricks. And now let's look at the other lady hit her duck. Boom. She sits directly down in the duck. She's sitting directly down. Leg under her hip, under her right shoulder, all aligned in her head. Look at that. And the crazy part about this competition, if you fall, you're out. Boom. Look how she getting up. Bam. That's how you get out of a duck. That is the textbook artistic technique to get out of the duck. If you're not hitting your duck like that every time, you're not going to be able to consistently hit it every night. Or all night. I think that's the big thing. Being able to hit it all night consistently. How have I been on for this much longer? When I tell you I came in here to stream for 2 hours, bruh. I spent 2 weeks trying to get the equipment in order to replace the wheel on my inline skates. I bought the wrong shafts. And now I got to get back on Amazon to buy new shafts because I can't put the last wheel on. I watched the shaft video and I noticed my mistake immediately. It was that easy. I said, oh, that's what happened. Well, anyway, Boss Tweezy, it was great hanging out. It's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. I hope everybody has an amazing Christmas filled with food, love, and joy. Food, family, and fellowship. It sucks. It sucks. The only silver lining is I'm working on being more resilient. Yep. Until next time, I'm going to be back on Sunday, and I'm doing some different research on what people want me to cover here on the Jam News Network. I'm going to have a couple different more overlays, and I might even think about my color scheme a little bit. I feel like I could think about my color scheme and think about the way that everything's happening and just bring the production up a little bit. Until next time, Merry Christmas and to all the good.